Welcome. Today, I'm going to be teaching you a different muscle testing method and going to be doing a review on one of my most favorite Oracle card decks by Angi Sullins. It's called W.I.T.C.H, but it stands for Woman in Total Control of Herself, which I absolutely love. So first of all, let me teach you a new method of muscle testing. So there are multitude different methods of self-muscle testing, and some are going to resonate with you and be really, really easy for you to use. Some are going to be more difficult. And there are methods that I've tried and they absolutely don't work for me. But friends that use them all the time, and they're super, super simple. So again, if you get to learn lots of different methods, you're going to be able to find the exact one that just works for you and it feels right. Okay, so I don't know what this method is actually called, but again, you're just going to use two hands. You're going to use your left hand, you're going to put your middle finger and your thumb together. This is what you're going to use to test. So it's either going to be strong or it's going to be weak. But you're going to use three fingers of your right hand. So your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger. And you're going to put the tips of your fingers together. You're going to put those three fingers in this ring, in this little ring that you have created in your left hand. And you're going to try and open that ring by pressing your fingers out. So do the usual thing, say your name. So you're always going to be starting with a statement that you know is true, and then one that you know is false. So my name is Claire. My name is Fred. And there's literally no strength. So it just opens. So again, it's really simple to use. My name is Claire. My name is Fred. Open. Again, just practice, practice, practice. So give it a go. Again, middle finger, thumb. You're going to try and keep that tight and strong. And three fingers from your right hand. Fingers in. My name is Claire. Strong. I literally cannot open that ring. My name is Fred, and there's no strength whatsoever. And the ring just opens. Give it a try. Just practice. Have the belief that that information that you are testing is correct. This is the method I started with. But I found I was putting so much strength into that I actually hurt my thumb. So I ended up having a muscle testing related injury. The more you do it, the more you will find that you don't need to put all your strength into doing the muscle testing. So my name is Claire. My name is Fred. And you can just do it really, really light. But to begin with, you might want to put that little bit of extra effort into it, just so that you believe in yourself and you believe in the process. Okay, so give it a go. Just practice. Okay, and we're just going to jump in to the review of this Oracle card deck, because to me, this Oracle card deck has everything. Absolute beautiful quality. It has a magnetic lid to the box, and I wish all publishers would do this type of box, because it's so easy and so lovely to get into the deck, where you just flip a magnet and you open the lid. Every single one of Angi's decks comes with a little bag, a drawstring bag that you can put your cards in, which is fabulous. There is so much thought and so much effort gone into the quality of every deck that Angi Sullins creates. So I would recommend all of her work. But this particular one is just stunning, and the messages are beautiful. Her partner in life, Silas Tobel, has done the artwork and the images throughout. So his work may be familiar to you if you go through the deck, if you're able to get this deck and you go through it, and they may be familiar. He is actually a visionary artist, A lot of his work is on greetings cards and journals. So you may have actually seen his work before and it just feels familiar to you. So Angi Sullins, she describes herself as a spiritual badass, which I absolutely love. And she is a champion of feminine empowerment. So it's only fitting that the first review of one of her decks is the deck that stands for Women in Total Control of Herself. Her philosophy is about helping women discover who they really are before the world told them who they should be. So let's all channel that woman who is in total control of herself. Angi has also written several books and is the founder of the Witchery Academy. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Angi and her work and her books and her other decks of oracle cards, just have a look on her website, angisullins.com, and it's ANGISULLINS. So let's get back to the deck. So I think the easiest way for me to describe this oracle card deck to you is to read you a passage from the introduction and see if this resonates with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not missing out. You're right where this world has grown you to be. Without a guide and without the sacred teachings, you'll never discover you're really a witch. Think of Harry Potter at the Dursleys. It didn't matter where he was located. He was a wizard, no matter what clothes he wore, or what neighborhood he was in, or what people surrounded him. But he couldn't use his powers until Hagrid, his guide, told him who he was, and then took him to Hogwarts for sacred teachings. So it doesn't matter where you are a powerful witch, a powerful woman in total control of herself. So if we just take a look at the cards for a second, beautiful quality, laminated cards, gilded edge, which I love. I love a little bit of bling. But the size of the cards is fabulous. They are not too big and easy to shuffle. So perfect to work with, whether you're going to shuffle or whether you're going to muscle test through the book. Either way is going to be really simple for you. Let's have a look at the book. And this is a tome. There is so much information in this book. This is the type of book that when you know how to use a pendulum, when you know how to use muscle testing, if you go on vacation, you don't have to take the whole deck. You can just take the book because there's so much information. There is so many wise quotes and wise counsel in these messages that just take the book with you and muscle test through it to find the message for each day of your vacation. And that fits in your luggage a little bit more easy than taking the whole box. So the nice thing about this book is that it just doesn't just hold the messages. Every single message also has a full page picture, color picture of the corresponding card. So again, if you just wanted to use this book, you also get to see the artwork. You get to see that the essence of that message created in art. But that's not everything. Every single page in this book is decorated. You also have poems in here. It's like Angi thought, I'm just going to put everything that is beautiful and powerful, and I'm going to put it in this book. I'm not just going to give this person the message and the artwork. I'm going to put extra in there. So you are getting so much in this deck that, and that's one of the reasons I like it. It's like it's not done on the cheap. It's not skimped anywhere. You have got so much in it. So basically, it's 215 pages of beautiful artwork, beautiful words, poetry, everything. You will love it. So I'm just going to read to you a couple of the messages so you can get a feel, an essence of type of messages that you are going to get in this deck. So the first message is card number 33, and it's called The Thief of Peace. Moments of anxiety, stress, and overwhelm are a part of life, but we don't have to make them worse by asking, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. We need to switch that question to, what happened to me? Any supportive, unloving reaction you have towards yourself in times of stress is a direct result of trauma. Your job is to bring awareness to your lovableness in any given situation so that you can encourage your sweet self and give the support your psyche so desperately needs to navigate challenging times. Treating yourself with doubt or worry only creates more stress. Now, that's just part of the message. I don't read it all to you. I want you to go out and buy the deck and you can discover everything that's there. But it's true, if you react to something, it's your wound that is reacting to it. It's kind of like that cruel word that someone says to you comes in and it hits a wound that is already existing within you. So that's really what she is referring to in that message. So the next message I'm going to share with you, you just get to this, is number 37, card number 37, and it's the Wing Leader. This is your call to action. Leap, soar, explore. The time for contemplation has passed. You are required now to take a leap of faith and put your energies into motion. While it is unwise to take action before an idea or project has fully marinated, too often we don't trust ourselves enough to act. But as a famous poet once said, action has genius in it. The moment you put your energy behind an idea, you've begun the transformative process that is creation itself. Mighty forces, often unseen, will move on your behalf. Again, really powerful messages, beautifully written. And those two messages I picked out at random, but again, those are going to resonate with a lot of you, and there's certain words that are going to jump out. So remember, nothing is done by chance. There is always a reason behind everything that is shared, just through divine intervention. So now we're going to find the message for today. And again, my intention is to find a message for the entire podcast audience. And the message that is the most powerful, the most transformative, and the most easy to understand as well. Okay, so we're going to use the new method of muscle testing just to find this message today. Okay. Today's most powerful message, is to be found in my office. Good, so I don't have to wander somewhere else. The message is best found in a book. No. In a deck of oracle cards. Yes. And I've set my oracle cards up in piles so that it's really easy to muscle test through them. You just find the pile and then you narrow it down to finding the deck. Okay. The message is most easily found in piles 1 to 3. Message is most easily found in pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, in pile 2. The message is most easily found by counting from the top to bottom, from bottom to top. Okay, so it's from top to bottom, so I'm just going to go from the top down. The message most easily found in the first deck, the second deck, the third deck, second deck. So it is pile 2 and it's deck 2. And the deck in question is Oracle of the Sacred Horse. So I'm going to ask if the message is to be found by looking at the cards or in the book. So your subconscious will know which is the best way for you to find the message. And if it's in a card, You can ask it if you need to cut the cards or shuffle the cards to find the message. You are still going to use the book to actually read the message, but for some reason, sometimes the subconscious will go, I need you to find it in the card. That's the way I need you to look at it. 98% of the time for me, it's the message is in the book, just go straight to the book. But again, have that option of being able to find the right message by whatever means necessary. Okay, the message can most easily be found in one of the cards in the book. So again, this is actually saying you need to look in one of the cards. So if that's the case, then what do I do with the cards? First of all, I'm going to blow on them. Okay, the message is most easily found by shuffling the cards, by cutting the cards. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards and we're going to see what jumps out. Okay. Oops. There we go. That's the card. And the card is Summer Breeze and Shift Your Energy. So I'm just going to find the corresponding page. But very occasionally, when you do it this way, your subconscious is actually wanting you to look at the picture as well as finding the message. So take a look at the picture and just see what it feels like to look at that image, because there's also energy and there's messages within images as well. That's why they're so important. Okay, so there's 3 pages for this message. This message is in the first page, the second page, the third page. So it's in the first page, and there's 2 paragraphs. So we're going to see if it's in both paragraphs or it's in just one of them. The message is in both paragraphs. No, first paragraph, second paragraph. So it's in the first paragraph. And your message for today. And the card is called Summer Breeze and Shift Your Energy. Late summer light casts a lavender hue onto a pure white mare. Dragonflies glide around her as she takes in the soft, calm surroundings. Long, restful summer days have brought quiet tranquility to her soul. The change of seasons will eventually come, but Summer Breeze does not fret. She stands in the place of serenity, at peace with the way of the world. Interesting message today as we approach the beginning of October and the fall season. And so it's asking you just to sit quietly in serenity. But again, sit quietly and think what that message means to you. Is there a lack of serenity and peace and calmness in your life? And if so, why? And what do you need to change? What do you need to change to become more like the horse, the summer breeze, where you can sit in that tranquility and you can sit in kindness and gentle energy towards yourself? So before we leave, I will give you a little bit of information of what is coming up next. So starting on the 1st of October, we have 31 days of the Samhain sessions. So here's a little bit of information, a bit of teaser of what's coming up next. What if everything you thought you knew about Halloween was wrong? What if I told you that everything was a pale shadow of something far more powerful and sacred than you ever imagined? What if these plastic skeletons and fake cobwebs and desperate attempts to remember something real, something your ancestors knew that made them set places at their tables for the dead, leave their windows open on the coldest October nights? Before trick-or-treating, there were souls wandering door to door, seeking prayers and soul cakes for freedom. Before costume parties, there were people disguising themselves in animal skins, desperately hoping the spirits wouldn't recognize them when the veil between worlds collapsed. Our ancestors marked this time as Samhain, the Celtic New Year and the most powerful night of the spiritual calendar. This was when summer officially ended. The final harvest was gathered, and the doorway between the living and the dead stood open. 2,000 years ago, before Christianity tried to tame Samhain into All Hallows Eve and then to All Saints' Day, before it crossed the ocean in Irish and Scottish hearts, before it dressed itself up in costumes and candy, there was Samhain. The night when the veil between worlds didn't just thin, it vanished. The dead came home, not as monsters, but as family. And here's the secret that will chill you more than any ghost story. They still do. For the 31 days of October, we're going to remember together. And yes, in honor of how Samhain has transformed into modern Halloween, each day's teaching will be followed by a message from the witch's oracle cards, bridging the ancient and contemporary, the sacred and the celebration. Are you brave enough to remember what Samhain really means? Then join us, light a candle, set an extra place at your table. The veil is already thinning. They're already on their way home. The Samhain sessions begin on October 1st. I hope to see you for the whole of the Samhain sessions, 31 days of short messages and short, insightful wisdom based on Samhain. And I'll leave you to ponder this. What part of your life doesn't feel peaceful? What part of your life needs to be transformed as we head into fall? Until next time, be open to all the messages that show up in all areas of your life.